Alright, so this is going to be the easiest deck for pretty much anyone to build because wilhelt is part of the best pre-constructed deck ever made in the history of Magic. And you might be like, what do you mean? Trust me when I say this, most wilhelt players play the precons. So the first thing I want you to do is go to the site of your choice. Buy Undead Unleashed. The rest of the stuff that you have to care about, it's all upgrades. But this single decision is 90% of your commander deck because this commander deck is, the precon itself is just that good. It comes with all of the staples like Rooftop Storm. There's about 7 or 8 cards. Let me get into the cards that I would upgrade this deck with, and I have upgraded this deck with. Gravecrawler doesn't come with this deck, but Gravecrawler is the best zombie card ever printed. That card is fine. The card is fine. I mean, the deck is fine without this card, but this card is extremely good, and it should go in like every zombie deck. Feed the Swarm is your best option in black to destroy enchantments, so you want to put Feed the Swarm in this deck. It's also like the best enchantment removal for black that black has for very simple reasons. Midnight Reaper is good because this deck has a little bit of a card draw problem. Playing this deck kind of has dead in hand situation. So running some card draw in this deck is fine. Whatever card draw you have on hand, there's like a couple card draw in this deck, but honestly, Midnight Reaper works well with the theme of the deck. Even though wilhelt is a card draw commander, Carrion Feeder is also good because with Gravecrawler, this deck has an infinite with Rooftop Storm in it. So there are all other ways, like any way to sacrifice creatures, Carrion Feeder, Bloodthirst Vampire, whatever the fucking 3-drop is, Bloodflow Connoisseur. Basically, whatever you get your grubby hand. Grey Merchant of Grey Merchant of I'm keeping this. Grey Merchant of Asphodel is a zombie, so you can recurse it with a lot of the cards in this. And a card that's not as common as the other cards, but I will show. Liliana Untouched by Death. The -3 is just great. With the -3, you can do a lot of disgusting stuff. It allows you to recurse things like Grey Merchant. And honestly, there are ways to go infinite with Liliana as well. This is one of the only decks where I think that the precon for this deck archetype is probably the best route to build the deck. wilhelt is a really easy commander to build. Buy the precon. This is the one time I will recommend buying a precon over singles 90% of the time.